What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cyclones will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Baylor's offense takes the field to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Back to throw, it's Robertson. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll knock him down. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Grab near the marker. It's Hawkins. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Washington. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wants to throw. It's Robertson. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Spins away from the defender. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Prentice. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Iowa State's offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Cyclones decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. Finds a man in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. To the air on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. The short hands, it's Cameron. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the returner will be dragged down. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
And the Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Quick completion on the out. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking for a man, it's Robertson. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Bears can really attack on this second and short. Caught over the middle, it's Wilson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gives it on the option. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Dropping back, it's Beck. Catch in the middle, it's Sowell. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Grab behind the line, it's Hansen. They've got him now, he almost picked up that first down on the screen. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going to take a shot on second and short. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. He wants to throw it again. Got his man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Cyclones racing to the line in the hurry-up. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. That's caught. It's Hansen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Beck. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws toward the end zone. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw. Wide out, trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
A huge point after this for the lead. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And it's good. They're on top, and they'll try to hang on in the waning seconds. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. And he's going to have to reach to the bottom of his toenails and muster every ounce of kicking force he's got to try to win the game. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal.
Man, this guy has an absolute bomb for a leg. You see the contact? It just sounded different. It sounded like an explosion coming off of his foot, puts it through the uprights. There's NFL teams watching this game. They're jotting down this dude's name right now because that is an NFL Sunday leg.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.